Welcome back to the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for tonight's second game playoff matchup. This coming up between the Camel City Mafia, who comes in tonight 8-6-1 for 17 points. They are on a tie for third. On the other side, it's going to be the Silverbacks. They're sitting in first place in the standings, 10 wins, 2 losses, 2 overtime losses for 22 points. Going to take a look in at the standings here in this upper division. Give me just one moment. Here we go. Once again, as I mentioned, Silverbacks take first place. They're 10-2, 22 points. Sitting in second, and that's the Trash Pandas, who are 9-6 for 18 points. Ringrats sit behind them. They're 8-7-1 for 17 points. The Camel City Mafia sit right behind them. They are sitting on a 3-game winning streak and 4-1 in their last 5. As I mentioned, they're at 17 points. Gold Diggers right behind them, who played a phenomenal game back in Game 1. They're 8-6 for 16 points. And then right behind them, that is the Carolina Reapers, 6-8, 12 points. And then sitting in last, that's the Pink Panthers, 3-12-1 for 7 points. Their most recent game came into an upset victory over the Trash Pandas. And that would have been the first round of playoffs, which will keep the Pink Panthers in the winning side of the bracket.
10 people watching.
Moving in for 5 keys for success here tonight. The top one is fire quality shots. Both of these netminders here tonight are very strong and very good. Just any random shot more than likely will not find its way to the back of the net. Gonna have to take quality shots and fire a lot of them. Frank Nifong tonight is a netminder for the Mafia. He's 3-1. 19 goals against for a 4.73 goal against average. On the other side is Brandon Rhodes, 10-2. 54 goals against and a 3.83 goal against average. As for Nifong, although it says he's played 4 games, he is filling in for Spike Lanowet after an unforeseen circumstance that happened 4 weeks ago. Second key, don't let up. As we've seen back in game number 1, Gold Diggers had a 4-goal lead heading into the third period. Final score on that one was 5-3. The Reapers tried to claw their way back into it, and they had some great momentum late in the third period. That will be a huge difference maker here in game number 2 between the Mafia and Silverbacks. Key 3 is to take quick shifts. A lot of these guys get tired very quickly, and staying out can only lead to danger. Following that, you're going to have to rely on the 4 guys around you alongside the netminder. Looking into here, a lot of these guys have plenty of assists alongside their goals, and it's spread around very evenly. These 2 squads have played twice, and only 7 of the players on both sides combined have yet to get at least 1 point. A lot of them have at least 2. And the last thing is to back check. We've seen it back in game number 1, and we'll see it again here tonight. Being able to back check and keep pressure out of the offensive zone will be huge, and especially getting the puck to go right back down the ice the other way. As we take a look at some of the top name players for both sides, starting out with the Silverbacks. Josh Herrera, number 3, he has 1 goal and 3 assists for 4 points. Garrett Long, number 8, has a goal and assist. Jared Melanchuk has 2 goals and assists for 3 points. Clint Lentz has 2 goals. Jason Richard has 1 goal and 3 assists. And Braden Herrick has 3 goals and assists as well. Both of them coming in with 4 points. On the other side, for the Mafia, Nick Markle has a goal. Sean Larkin has 2 assists for 2 points. Luke Simpkins, who came in late this season, has 2 goals and assists for 3 points. Spencer Claus has a goal. Charles Leisure has a goal. Jason Hicks this season has 2 goals, one of them coming in a shootout winner against the Silverbacks. That coming back on March 23rd, just a week ago today. One other name to be on a lookout here tonight. That would be Vince Sedicassi. He has at least 1 goal this season. He has at least maybe 2 assists, but he does have the most penalty minutes in the entire league. Between these 2 squads, they've played twice. Sedicassi has 10 penalty minutes, and I believe that was the 10-minute unsportsmanlike call that came back on March 23rd. Both sides weren't happy about that, about how the refs were calling the game that day, but Sedicassi got a 10. And a little nickname for tonight was Mr. Penalty Box. I'll be getting hate for this later, but oh well. Back in game number 1, one of the key players, that would have been Danny Jumpa. Going into tonight, he had 26 goals, 11 assists for 37 points. He ended up getting 2 goals, increasing that up to 28 goals and 39 points on the season. Unfortunately here, don't have any good headshots for either one of these players. If anyone would want to have one of these made heading into the next round of playoffs, or even for the lower division, if anyone is watching those, or watching currently, or going to be watching in the future, I will make one of these for as many people as I possibly can. It's just hard to get a face shot, especially when there's not really many pictures here of PHA. About 1 minute until warm-ups are going to start here inside the Fairgrounds Arena. Going to take a quick timeout, and on the other side of this, we'll go right back over the standings and the keys for the game. Welcome back here inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. 76 degrees is your temperature outside here of the arena. Inside, it's still pretty warm as we're almost in like a weather delay as we wait for the ice to freeze. As Bobby Kiger said, the Zamboni driver here tonight, and for most games for this PHA season, 60% is the humidity as we still wait for the water to dry on the rink. Still going to have a full 5-minute warm-up, but we're going to take another quick break here. Just wanted to inform everyone that we are waiting for the ice to dry, mainly back there at the Zamboni entrance. And we'll be back here shortly, getting set for game number 2. This coming up between the Camel City Mafia and Silverbacks. Welcome back here inside of the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for tonight's second game matchup between the Camel City Mafia and the Silverbacks. 3 minutes and change to go here in warm-ups, but let's take you around some of the keys to the game. Going over them a little quick here as we're starting to run out of time here in warm-ups. First one is to fire quality shots. Two great netminders here tonight. It's between Frank Kniflong and the Mafia and Brandon Rhodes of the Silverbacks. Key number 2 is don't let up. We've seen back in game number 1 that the Gold Diggers had a 4-goal lead. Luckily for them, they were able to hold on, but the Reapers were able to score 2 and control most of the third period, as the final score ended up being 5-3 in that one. Moving on is to take quick shifts. As we can see here, the Silverbacks have a lot of skaters compared to the Mafia, and we've seen that back in game number 1 as well. Needing to get tired legs off and bring fresh legs on is something that's going to be huge in order to get momentum going one way or the other. Alongside that, you're going to have to rely on the 4 guys around you alongside your netminder. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of the guys here have at least 1 point, if not 2. There's only 7 combined players on both sides that have yet to get at least 1 point. And that's only against each other, not including the entire regular season, but between the 2 games against each other, and they've split. Mafia 1-1 back on March 23rd. That was a 5-4 victory for the Mafia, not coming in a shootout. On the other side, it was an 8-2 victory in favor of the Silverbacks back on December 22nd of last year. One of the last things here tonight is remembering to back check. Get the puck out of your defensive zone and get it back going in the way you need it into your offensive zone. And that's going to have to do a lot with Vince Sedekassi, Josh Zabecki, and a lot of the others, including Tyler Johnson, Clint Lentz, Jason Richard. I can mention just about the whole team for either sides here, but those are some of the top players to watch out for. Alongside that, as I was mentioning about Vince Sedekassi, he has at least 1 goal this season, maybe 2 assists, but in the penalty box, he'll have to watch out, as he has the most penalty minutes in the entire league, and he got a 10-minute misconduct back on, I believe it was March 23rd. That would have been against the Silverbacks as well, if I'm not mistaken. As for Sedekassi, nickname for him tonight, Mr. Penalty Box. Let's hope to keep him out of the box here tonight, as the Mafia will need to score on even strength and take any advantages they can get while they're on a power play themselves, as the Silverbacks.
Blatt was his name.
As the Silverbacks are the second highest team in penalty minutes. They have 34 in the season compared to the Mafia's 72. Warm-ups is all over, and we are getting set for the start of period number 1. In game number 2, this is between the Mafia and Silverbacks. Another key players to keep an eye out for the Silverbacks is Tyler Johnston. 15 goals, 14 assists for 29 points. Right behind him, Josh Herrera, 12 goals, 1 assist for 23 points on the season. As for the Mafia, Zabecki, 21 goals, 9 assists, 30 points. And Jason Hicks, 10 goals, 9 assists for 19 points. Both netminders are ready. Frank Kniflong talking a bunch. And we are set to get things started here at the Fairgrounds Arena. Once again, 20 minutes up on the board. Zabecki And the puck is dropped. Sabecki trying to win the draw back. Instead, it finds Lentz on the near side. Work back out in the neutral zone, trying to get it over for Finley. Instead, it goes back for defenseman, nearly tripping up as they hit the neutral zone. Heading the other way is Leisure. Hits the center red line. Shot save made by Rhodes. Rebound shot from Leisure. Goes back behind the net, being played by Sabecki. Out in front of the net, pressuring is Herrick. As Finley chasing out forward. Kept in by Leisure at the right point. Backhanded in deep. That's going to go behind the net as Herrera is able to come away with it. Finley pressuring hard as Sabecki presses hard into the near side corner. Back out the other way. Down link to the ice. Will that go for an icing? It will. Off of the stick of Lance Rominger. One of the 7 who's still looking to get a point against the Silverbacks this season. Back in game number 1 between the Reapers and Gold Diggers, there's only 2 players that end up with more than 1 goal. Those being names you'd probably expect: Chris Palavinci and Danny Jumpa. Back in the corner goes for Rominger, pressuring it forward. That's going to be picked up by Long. Back down the corner goes for Rominger. He'll pinball it down near side, trying to get it over to Finley, but that's going to be kept in at the point. Out of his reach as here comes Sabecki, being pressured by Melanchuk. That is, apologies. Down in the corner, loose out in front. As here he comes the other way, hitting the blue line. They have numbers, 3-on-2, hitting the blue line. Stick to side at the last second and back out into the neutral zone. Riccardi hits the blue line, taking it up high. Trying to deke around one, it's Gauthier. Out in front, taking it back behind the net on Knifong. Out in front, had a chance on the back door as it comes out for Serva up top. Chasing back behind the net, Larkin pinballs it down low, trying to get it over for Finley. He'll play it off the near side half boards. Ends up tripping down in the process as Riccardi applies the pressure out to the neutral zone. Here comes Sabecki. Has a chance taking it behind the net. As for Sabecki, he has 1 assist, has yet to score a goal against the Silverbacks this season. Hawk down low, trying to clear it out. Here's a chance as it's worked right back in. Goes off the skate of Gauthier as it hits the neutral zone. Here comes a chance for the Silverbacks, hitting the blue line. Gonna be offsides as skated right over top of the puck. Claws down the near side. That's going to be pressured off as it goes back behind the net. Herrera takes it up high, deking around one, but can't get it out. Here comes Claus, spinning around, being pressured by Herrera on the forecheck. Richard able to get it out of danger for now. They'll take it the other way as they have numbers. Heading to blue line. Centering feed comes down low on the backhand. Still loose in the slot, trying to poke it out. It's going to come out top of the point. Keeping that in was Shires. He has 1 assist so far on the season against the Mafia. As for the Mafia, they'll take it out of the defensive zone into the neutral zone, that is, as it comes up for Josh Claus. Hitting the blue line, cross-ice feed. That's going to be picked up by Herrera in the corner. 16:45 to go here in the first. Pass down low for Lentz. As Richard down behind him. As Lentz will hit the blue line. Shot, save, scores! Goes off the pad of Knifong and goes in. Wow. 45 to go here in the first. Pass down low. One of those that Knifong's going to want back. As Lentz will hit the blue line. Shot, save, scores! Goes off the pad of Knifong and it looks like Lentz gets his first goal of the night. His 3rd goal against the Mafia. One of those that Knifong's going to want back. Puck's dropped, trying to find an equalizer. Here's the Mafia. Instead, it's working the other way for the Silverbacks as it gets pinched right back out to the neutral zone. Sedekassi picking up the puck. Trying to get a centering feed. It goes off the body of Riccardi, but Sedekassi able to pick up the change. Taking it up high. He'll try and dump it in from center ice. It goes off a body and comes down low for Graham. Oh, good Lord. Apologies, score is not 66-0. Shot out in front, tip just wide as it comes down into the corner. Sedekassi trying to work it forward out to the neutral zone. Finley has it on his stick, trying to drop it back for Sedekassi. Instead, it comes down low for Herrick, hitting the blue line up high. Has a chance from the left hash mark. Shot! Save made by Knifong. Able to get a redemption save there Not before the Silverbacks are able to find the back of the net. It's 1-0, and that will come down on the netminder for Brandon Rhodes. 10-2 record for him, 54 goals against with a .383 goal against average. Sebecki nearly had a chance there as that's thrown out to center ice. Here comes the Silverbacks 2-on-2. Trying to get around Gauthier as they'll take it back by the net. Gauthier will pick it up. Able to get around Lentz. Gauthier down low. Pinches it forward, over for Claus. Centering feed for Sebecki. Trying to get around Hawk. Has it. Forehand, backhand, shoots, save, rebound, still loose. That's going to be cleared back by the net. Trying to poke it home on the backhand, puck still loose, shoots, just skies it high from Josh Claus, looking for his first goal against the Silverbacks this season. Lentz will clear it down, look to the ice for an icing. 14:06 to go in the first. Out to the point. Sebecki trying to work it forward, and Lentz able to pressure it off, but that's going to be kept in by Larkin. Thrown down around the corner. Claus pressuring hard into the corner with one Silverback. Herrera able to work it forward, but kept in by Gauthier for the time being. Loosen his skates of a few, comes out for Sebecki, trying to settle a bouncing puck, just sent it wide. Claus on the rebound, able to get it back out to the point. Keeping it in Gauthier. DD pass down low for Larkin. Cross ice feed, that's going to be picked up by Silverback and right back out to the neutral zone. Coming with it's Gauthier. Ends up losing it. Going to go on net to Knifelong. He'll play it up the far side half boards as Long comes away with it. Shot, save, rebound out in front. Has a chance as that stick to side as Larkin comes away with it. Backhanding it out to the neutral zone as here comes Sebecki. It's going to be a foot race. No icing as he's able to beat it. Trying to cut back out in front. Stick to side made by Riccardi. Out to the point and out to the neutral zone, but picking that up on the whiff pass is Larkin. Trying to get down Lentz. That's going to be picked up by Sebecki. Stick to side by Riccardi. Working it forward Gauthier. Back out for Gauthier. Instead it comes out for Richard. Back deep for Herrera. He'll take it up high. Cross ice feed. Trying to get a stick on it was Richard. You could hear the frustration there in a couple of people's voices. But that is an icing. 12:25 to go here in the first period. 4-3 shots on goal in favor of the Silverbacks, and they lead it on the score sheet as well, 1-0. Sebecki set to take the draw against Richard. Richard able to win it back deep from the far side corner, whiffs on the pass, and Sebecki able to clear it down low on the backhand shot, save, rebound, still loose, just sent wide. 2 shots there from Sebecki, not able to find the back of the net on either one, as here comes a chance for Riccardi the other way. Sebecki able to win the foot race down low. He'll backhand it near side for Finley. One touch feed up the far side. Able to find a connecting feed over for the Mafia as they hit the blue line. Out in front, serve a shot, goes sky high, and nearly went off the back of Rhodes and in. Instead it goes over the cage. Trying to clear it out now is Lentz. Kept in. Shires trying to pressure it out as it comes up for Riccardi, just out of his reach. Riccardi and Finley pressuring along the near side half boards. Sebecki being bothered by 2. Richard able to come away with it. But a loose puck along the far side of half boards. Trying to clear it out. Still loose. Riccardi has a man behind him. Instead he'll stop and hold up this side of the Thunderbirds logo. Riccardi working it forward. His cross high speed is going to be picked up. Here's a turnover. An offensive zone shot. Save made by Knifelong. Leisure works it up through center ice. That's going to go down linked to the ice for an icing. 10:47 to go here in the first. Silverbacks this season have been top of the league just about the whole season. They're 4-1 in their last 5. Ended up losing their last one. And as for the Mafia, they have the best streak heading into tonight. They're on a 3-game winning streak and 4-1 in their last 5.
They don't call delay games. That's what delay games.
The Mafia's last game, that was a 5-2 victory over the Rink Rats back on Tuesday, March 25th. As for the Mafia, they're trying to get one back here. Sick decided at the last second and working it back out to the neutral zone. Dropping it back, waiting to retouch back in on sides. DDD pass up top for Gauthier. He'll work it forward, trying to get around one. He's able to get around long. Heading to the blue line. Gauthier, long shot, save, rebound. That's going to be covered up by Rhodes as that nearly went underneath his right pad. But it holds on a 1-0 Silverbacks lead. 9:37 to go here in the first. Out for Gauthier, holding, out in front of the net, shot, just sent it high off the back glass. Rebound comes out for Claus, behind the net, still with it. Centering feed, has a chance, Gauthier just sent it wide. That's going to come out for the Silverbacks up top. They have a man racing down the near side, able to connect on Herrick. Down near side corner, still with it's Herrick. Trying to throw a backhanded feed out to the slot. Lentz was able to get a stick on it, but Cassie's trying to work it out of the zone. He just barely will as here comes Herrera. Herrera this season against the Mafia, 1 goal and 3 assists in 2 games played. Mafia trying to work it out, can't, comes back out for Gauthier as he'll work it down near side for Larkin. Man racing forward. Instead he'll take it himself. Larkin trying to deep ground Lentz, he will. Taking it upside, now it's time to get it around Herrera. Out through the slot, gets pinballed aside by Herrick. Trying to get it back for Herrick. Instead, that's going to go down link to the ice. Will it go on net? No, it will not. Down link to the ice. It goes for an icing. 8:20 to go here in the first.
5
Back on the most recent matchup between these two goes back to Sunday, March 23rd. A 7:30 face-off, just like it was here tonight. At least expected to be, that was. That ended up in a shootout as that shot just went wide through the paint. Sabecki drops it back to the point. Leisure trying to throw it in, decides to drop it down for Larkin. Shot, trying to get a tip out in front. Finley just in it wide. Serva dropping it back for Sabecki. He's being pressured by a Silverback. Instead, Sabecki turns around, goes the other way. Shot! Out in front, just in it high. Rhodes may have got a piece of it. Rominger throwing it back down low. Sabecki able to tipped out in front. Finley trying to come away with it. As here comes a breakaway for the Silverbacks. Breaking up Ford Shires. Trying to get his first goal against the Mafia. Shot just sent wide after being pressured by a red sweater. Down low, still with it. Able to go around Sabecki. Riccardi still with it. Backhanded shot, just sent wide. Silverbacks have the only goals so far. But a couple grade A chances here from the Mafia as they're able to take over in the shots category, 6-5. Back behind the net goes. It goes for Hawk. Nearly turned over by the Mafia it is. Out in front, near side, Finley trying to get a shot off. Gets his stick lifted at the last second, but Sabecki able to deke around one. Takes it up high from the right circle. Centering feed goes off a body out in front. And the Silverbacks will take it back, will take it the other way. Clear down link to the ice, and that will be an icing. 6:25 to go here in the first. Shots on goal still remain 6-5 in favor of the Mafia. Face-off will come up to the left of Brandon Rhodes. As for the Silverbacks, they're sitting at a goal differential this season of a +33, the highest in the league by far. Shot save made by Rhodes. As for the Mafia, they're looking to find a way to get back even at 0, as they're currently sitting at a -3. Lentz trying to work it out of danger. That's going to be kept in by Larkin. Worked back the other way now from Lentz. Heading to blue line, going to be an odd man rush. Trying to skate it in deep as it goes up high. Silverbacks able to keep it in from the left hash marks. Shot gets blocked out in front. Looked to be by Gauthier. Up the far side. Claw is able to come away with it. Trying to clear it out. Can't. Richard. Shot just sent wide. Down low. Silverbacks still with it. Back in a shot. That's going to be gloved down out in front by Graham. Gonna be a hand pass. Looked like that went against the Silverbacks. Right at 5 minutes to go here in the first period. 7-5 shots on goal. As the faceoff will come back in outside of the blue line in the neutral zone, just this side of the penalty box. Richard able to win it forward, nearly went out of play. Larkin down in the near side corner for the Mafia. Sawing things down, passes up top, able to get it to Claus. Has a chance here, centering feed, looking to get a striding Josh Claus. Instead it comes out for Herrera. Good back check there, able to hit the blue line. Takes it up top, trying to get it around Gauthier, taking it back by the net. Still with it, Herrera. Spinning around, able to create a little bit of separation. Centering feed, here's a chance from Richard. Shot, save made by Nifong. Set back up the far side, clears it down to the ice. Will it have the legs for icing? No! Graham chasing after it for the Silverbacks. Near side, trying to get it over for Lynch. Just a hair out of his reach, as it's going to be picked up by Larkin. Out for Sabecki. That's going to go on net of Rhodes. Unsure where that went, but Rhodes was able to cover it. Nearly a chance there for Josh Claus to once again get his first goal against the Silverbacks. He's looked good so far tonight, but yet the Mafia still scoreless on the score sheet. It's 1-0. Hitting 3:45 to go in the first period. Captain Vince Sedekassi out for the Mafia. Down near side corner. Not able to win that back as it's cleared up the far side. Silverbacks trying to get something else going here late to go in the first period. That's to be picked up by Sedekassi, kicking it down to the corner. Works it down low. Silverbacks hit the neutral zone. Here comes Graham hitting the blue line. Riccardi out in front, trying to get something on in the backhand, as that was save made by Nifong. Silverbacks still with it. Late shot, save made by Frank. Serva trying to clear it out, can't. Shot goes through the paint, down to the near side corner. Riccardi shot, stick to side by Nifong, as that will go to the far side corner. Not able to get it out as that's kept in. Only for the moment. Once again kept in by Hawk at the blue line. Down low, centering feed. Had somebody in the backhand, but not able to get it to him. Finley trying to get it out, skates over top of it. Shot gets blocked, and that will go down like the ice, no icing. Rhodes will leave the puck back for Hawk. Works it down near side for Finley. That's going to be played in. Offsides, no. Down the corner. Silverbacks trying to ring it around. They will. Up through center ice. It's going to be a 3-on-3 as they hit the blue line. Up top for Shires. Holding. Shot. Just sent through the paint. Nifong never seen it. Rebound shot. That's going to be blocked out in front by Lance Rominger. Down low for Herrick. Drops it back to the point for Herrera. Back down low. Rominger trying to work it forward. His gain control. Back by the net, sawing things up. Trying to get it to Sedekassi. Never seen it. But out to the neutral zone it goes. As Herrick trying to work it forward. Waiting to retouch back in on sides. As a Mafia will pick up control down in the near side corner. Plays it down for Sedekassi. Not able to get a stick on it. 1:47 to go here in the first period. A very tight game it's been. 8 shots on goal here, with 90 seconds left to go in the first period. A very tight first period at that, just like we've seen back in game number 1. Sabecki trying to win it forward. Comes out top of the hill for Herrera. Shot gets blocked out in front by Rominger. Down in the corner it goes for the Silverbacks. Drops it to the point. Here's a chance now for Graham. Shot blocked out in front. Still with it on a backhand. Just sent it wide. Nifong may have got a piece of it. Down in the corner. Back by the net it goes. From the near side. Silverbacks out in front. Trying to poke it home as it comes out for Claus. Up the far side. Turned over. Shot. Save made by Nifong. That'll be played back to him, and he'll hold on. Under a minute to go here in the first period. Sabecki able to get the draw back to Leisure up the far side. Trying to get it over for Claus. That's being pressured. Able to keep it in are the Silverbacks. Skating in, being pressured once again by Sabecki. This comes out for Claus down low. I'll take it the other way. Under 30 to go here in the first. Skating in, shot, save made by Rhodes. He'll cover and hold on to it right in front of his crease. Trying to get one last opportunity here in the first period. 1-0 is your score in favor of the Silverbacks. As Sabecki is set to take the draw, trying to get a shot off with 10. Out in front, Herrera able to clear it down to the ice. And that looks like it will do it for the first period with 4-3-2. Going to be called for an icing. Will not matter here, as that is it for the first period. Going to take a quick 1-minute break as we head into an intermission. Score 1-0 in favor of the Silverbacks.
General ice skating is now open through April at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. View our public skating and events calendar online at wsfairgrounds.com. Ice skating at the Fairgrounds Arena, the coolest fun around.
We're coming back here for the start of period number 2. Shots on goal 9-9 after the first period, but score remains 1-0 in favor of the Silverbacks. But Sebecki's trying to change that here. Looking to get his first goal against the Silverbacks this season. Down low, drops it back for Hawk, has a chance, shot! That was from Gauthier, apologies. Regardless, Rhodes was able to make the save as that went into the back netting. One quick shot there from the Mafia. 30 seconds gone here in the second period. Back upon the net it goes for Zabecki. Centering feed. Instead it comes out for the Silverbacks up top. Trying to clear it out near side. Richard able to glove it down. Comes down low. Turnover for the Mafia. Gauthier hits the blue line. Trying to work it forward. Stick to side by Richard. Down near side. Zabecki applying the forecheck. Cross ice feed. That's going to go down link to the ice for an icing. 18:50 to go here in the second. Oh, you'll hear that one. You'll hear it now. Up the far side. Apologies for the buzzer. I was just trying to see if it worked or not. Larkin down low for the Mafia. Playing up the far side. Woo! Sebecki applying a friendly fire hit there and taking a man down on already a short bench. That was Josh Claus, but he's able to get up under his own power and looks like he's going to see it on the ice as well. Gauthier drops it back. Up top for Claus. Backhanded feed, trying to get it over for Serva. Instead, it comes out for the Silverbacks down low. Trying to work it forward past Gauthier. Shires not able to work it forward as here comes Zabecki back the other way. Herrera trying to work it forward alongside of Lentz. Serva working it forward. No icing as that was touched out in front, nor did it have the legs for it as Larkin has it back behind his net. Here in period 2, Mafia heading left to right, and your Silverbacks in silver. They'll be going right to left. Out in front, being pressured by Herrera. Still with it. Skates over top of it. Larkin drops it back for Sedicassi. Herrera stops, centers it. One-touch feed for Lentz. Going to be an odd man rush, but they're able to hit the blue line. Instead of Cassie will turn it over and go the other way with it. Stick to side once again as it's worked back out to the neutral zone. Here comes Claus hitting the blue line. Dumps it in from his backhand. That's going to pinball down low. Josh Claus being pressured by Herrera. Comes out for Shires. Clearing it out, or at least attempting to, as that's going to be kept in by Leisure. Being pressured by Lentz. 2 sweaters apiece as it's able to be worked back out to the neutral zone. Herrera playing it off to near side half boards. Here comes Shires, being pressured by one shot. Save, rebound. That's going to be covered up by Frank Nifong, as a line change will be coming up for the Silverbacks. 16:15 to go here in the second. Shots on goal, 11-10 in favor of the Mafia. Puck's dropped to the right of Nifong. Comes out for Hawk. Winds up, fires, trying to get a tip out in front. Puck still is trying to shovel it home. That just went high of the net. That's going to be cleared down. Look to this. No icing. And as for Frank Nifong, he has a son that plays down in the lower league. And he's doing very well for this being his first year of playing ice hockey. At least that I know of here at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. Scored 3 goals against my lower level team, alongside getting a shootout winner back on opening night. Shot, save, rebound out in front of Nifong, trying to cover it up, and that's not going to be cleared by Finley. A little bit of a mishap there by the Silverbacks, and it escapes danger for now, going back deep into his defensive zone. That's long. Long stretch pass over for Riccardi. Heading to blue line, 2-on-2, near side, has a chance. A little bit misplaced, trying to get his center feet on the back door with Riccardi. That's going to be gloved down by Nifong. He'll hold on to it. Just under 15 to go here in period number 2. Shots on goal back in favor of the Silverbacks. It's 12-11. Face-off's dropped. Richard trying to get it back. Instead it comes out for Rominger. He'll pin it down the near side as the Mafia are trying to get something going here in a second. Serva can't get it stuck out of his skates as he'll throw it across ice feed. Trying to get over for Sedekasi. That's kept in for the time being. Work back over for Richard. Serva plays it off the back of his skate as it comes up for Shires. He'll throw it up the far side. Cross ice feed. That's going to be played off the far side half boards. Back out to the neutral zone. Claus throws it in. Herrera chasing it down. Back behind his net, being pressured by a forward-checking Sedekasi. Here comes Herrera. Trying to go coast to coast. Shoots in. Goes off the pipe. Where did that go? Out of play it appears. Gonna need a new puck here. 13:47 to go in the second. The captain this season is Vince Sedekasi. He has at least 1 goal this season, maybe 2 assists. But as for him, he has the most amount of penalty minutes. Something he'll need to try and control here in this one. As that's worked back out into the neutral zone. Once again, not his actual picture, as I don't have a headshot for him or any of the guys here this season. But if anyone has one, I would gladly take one. Or one of any of the guys, for that matter. As the shot gets blocked out in front by the Mafias, here comes Becky back the other way. It's going to be a 1-on-2, able to get it on 1. But Herrera applying good defense here tonight, as he has for a good majority of the season. Trying to get it over for Lentz, just a hair too far out of his reach, as here comes Serva. Herrera having to play defense once again here. Shot just sent wide. Backhanded shot nearly went in past Brandon Rhodes. Puck battle down the near side, it's a Becky. Serva chasing in, but able to come away with it. That's Herrera. Back deep for the Silverbacks. Cross ice feed, trying to get it to Lentz. Up to his right, that's Braden Herrick. Over for Herrick, he'll drop it forward, trying to get it back for Lentz. Those two have a combined 5 goals in 2 games against the Mafia. Herrera has a goal himself as well, who controls it down the near side. He's being pressured by a back-checking Sabecki. Leaves it back near side. Over for Johnston. Taking it behind the net. Gauthier trying to steal the puck away, but Silverbacks still have it. Playing off the near side boards is Gauthier. Up the far side. Trying to get it to Finley. Has it stuck up in his skates. Trying to throw it back into it in. Instead it comes up for Herrera. Sabecki works it back out loose. Playing up the far side boards. Sabecki will leave it back for his defensive partner. Down low for Gauthier. Centers. Here's Finley. Just out of his reach. That will go down like today's for an icing. 11:33 to go here in period number 2. Closing in on halfway through game number 2 here tonight. 1-0 is still your score. A very close game at that. Shot just sent wide from Hawk. Riccardi centers. That's going to be gloved down by Nifong. He'll toss it up to the ref. 11:02 left to go here in the second. Shots on goal, 13-12. 14-12, that is, as it just updated here inside of the Fairgrounds Arena. Winds up fire. Save. Rebound on the near side. Trying to poke it home. Puck still loose. To the left of Nifong. Finley trying to work it out. That's going to be kept in at the point. Over the far side from the right hash mark. Shot out in front. Trying to poke it home. That just got sent wide. Sebecki rings it up top. Finley trying to poke it out. That's going to go down. Leak to the ice. No icing. Says it was touched up out front. Would not have the legs for it anyway. Behind the net it goes for the Silverbacks. Over for Long. Centers. Up top trying to get it to Lent. Apologies, Lemon. Out in front. Skating in. Backhand shot. Just sent wide. Up top for Riccardi. Finley pressuring. Loose in the skates of him. Finley not able to gain control as the Silverbacks still have it loose in the skates of one. Poke and whack time goes on the net of Nifong. He'll have to play it. Comes up top for Finley. Ends up losing it. Sebecki trying to work it out. Here's a 2-on-1. Sebecki and Claus. Taking up high Sebecki. Centers. Here's Claus. Holding. Shot. Save. Rebound out in front. Netminder down out of his way with one man on top. That was Hawk. They'll clear it down the near side. A grade A chance for the Mafia. Not able to convert. As here comes Sebecki once again. Has a chance. Claus on the back door. Centers. That's going to be covered up by Rhodes. Grade A chance. Twice that was for the Mafia. But not able to convert. Still 1-0 in favor of the Silverbacks. 16-13 are your shots. 9:02 to go. As I mentioned, the last game between these two, back on March 23rd, a week ago to the day. Gauthier shot, save, rebound out in front, that's covered up by Rhodes. Last game between these two, once again came back on March 23rd, a 5-4 shootout victory in favor of the Mafia. Faceoffs dropped. Apologies, Seta Cassie trying to chase after it, but here comes Lentz. That cross-ice feed was able to find its connection. Larkin able to get it around one. He'll throw it up top. Down like the ice. No icing. Says it could have been touched. Herrera down the near side corner. Down low for Shires. He'll take it forward. Lentz up top. Going to be a 2-on-3 out in front. Back checking there. Shot. Just sent wide. Rebound. That's going to be held on to by Nifong. Lentz looking to get his 4th goal of the season against the Mafia, and that would have been his 2nd one here tonight. As he scored the lone goal thus far, that coming back in the first period. Trying to keep that in at the point, as that was won back by the Mafia. Thrown down length the ice, 4 and icing, 7:44 to go. And once again here within the PHA, clock continues to run, all except for the last 3 minutes of a close game in the 3rd period. We've seen that back in game number 1, and that nearly helped the Reapers come back from a 4-goal deficit. Has one of the keys I was mentioning earlier tonight is to keep the pressure going. And the Gold Diggers just barely was able to hold on to a 5-3 win as they held on to control all of the first and second periods. As for this one, the Silverbacks needing to get something going, and the Mafia looking to try and find an answer.
Somebody just said Nick Markle won the shootout.
Okay. Thank you for that comment. As my records showed, it was Jason Hicks. Apologies about that. Oh, yes. Once again, I do apologize about that. My online score sheet has number 1 as being Nick Markle and number 7 being Jason Hicks. I once again forgot. Apologies about that. Down low it comes for Gauthier. I feel like I make that mistake just about every week. Gauthier hits the blue line, takes it up top, trying to get around Lentz. Out in the neutral zone, Lentz able to get around his man, hitting the blue line, 2-on-2. Stick to side, but Silverback still with control. Shot! That goes to the near side corner. Spinning around at the point and firing in was Herrick. But that's going to be taken the other way. Skating over top of it was Claus, and here comes a one-on-one the other way for the Silverbacks. Down low, turns into a 2-on-1. Save made by Nifong off of the stick of Herrick. Herrick's rebound shot, save made by Nifong again. Hawk throwing it out front, stick to side by Nifong once again. As here comes the Mafia right back the other way. They need something going quick. Here's Leisure hitting the blue line, in on sides. Has Finley down low, taking it back behind the net. Circling, still with it, holding, shot, save made by Rhodes. Rebound comes back down low for Leisure. Cleared down the ice for an icing. 5:10 to go in the second period. Shots on goal, 21-15 in favor of the Silverbacks.
Nifong out here crushing saves left and right.
Zabecki trying to win the face-off forward. Instead, it comes out for the Silverbacks as they're trying to get another one. Heading to blue line. Has one man to beat its Leisure. Shot. Save made by Nifong. Heading down to the corner. Silverback still with it. Being pressured as here it comes out for Zabecki. Zabecki once again trying to get his first goal against the Silverbacks this season as he's the leading point scorer and goal scorer for the Mafia. 3-on-2 for the Silverbacks coming the other way. Shot. Nifong may have got a piece of it as it heads up to the far side corner. Finley trying to work it out as Herrera throws it right back in deep. Sedekasi down low. Cross ice feed, trying to get it to Finley. Intercepted by Herrera, working it forward for Richard. Has Riccardi out front of the net. Stick to side by a Mafia skater right at the right hash marks. Here comes Claus. Top of the Thunderbirds logo, 3-on-2 for the Mafia. Stick to side by Herrera. Sedekasi will pick it up back deep in the defensive zone for the team in red. Cross ice feed, intercepted. Here's a chance by the Silverbacks. Herrera skating in. Still with it. Spins around from the left hash marks. Gonna drop it back to the corner for Richard. Skates over top of it, but still with it. Loose in the skates on one. Here's a chance on the back door. Shot loose. Trying to poke and whack it. It's still loose. As that's going to be cleared.
No ice.
Herrera got to stick to it, so no icing. As that goes down to the near side corner for the Silverbacks. Down low for Herrera. He'll find a centering feed. As Servo was trying to work it back the other way. Here comes Lentz. Shot. Glove save made by Nifong. Diving out to his left. Under 3 to go here in the second.
Snaps.
Taking the draw here, it's going to be Braden Harrett for the Silverbacks. His line will be going up against Josh Zabecki's line as Zabecki's able to win it down into the corner. He'll chip it forward off the referee. Nifong coming out of his net to play it. He'll work it forward for Zabecki. They have numbers the other way if they hurry. That's just about offsides, but not called. Zabecki centering feed. Save made by Rhodes.
I don't know who Chris Collins is.
Zabecki heads off for the Mafia, looking to get his second line out. And that will be the captain for the Mafia taking the draw. That's Vince Sedekasi. Puck's dropped, ringing around the near side boards, trying to get it over for Ivan Shires. Centering feed, that's going to be picked up and one-touched forward for Drew Serva. Waiting to retouch back in on sides, they do. Serva will dump it in deep. That will go behind the net of the Silverbacks. As he's being pressured hard by Serva on the back check. That's turned over. Here's Sedekasi. 1-on-2. Long shot. Save. Rebound. Nearly trickled in past the right pad of Rhodes. Coming down low. Working it forward. Shire's trying to get past a few. Right back out to center ice as Claw is trying to work it forward. Sedekasi picks up the change. Taking it back deep into his own zone. Trying to reset things here as he's able to get around one. Drops it for himself. Winds up. Fires. Save made by Rhodes. Going off the blocker, rebound shot. Hits a body out in front. It was a Silverback. Here comes Claus up top. Drops it back to the point. Winds up, fires a marking shot. Save made by Rhodes. Goes off the pad once again. Out in front. Here's a chance for Hawk. Winds up, fires, save, rebound. That's covered up. As the Mafia was trying to poke and whack it right at the crease. 40 seconds to go here in the second. Still a 1-goal game. 1-0 in favor of the Silverbacks. Shots on goal, 24-20. Silverbacks drop it down near side. They're trying to get their second. Winds up, fires from long. Save made by Nifong. Down low with 10. Long shot tipped out in front. One last opportunity as Finley trying to get it out. Here comes Riccardi. Down to the corner. Centering feed. And that will go back by the net. 1 second, and that will do it for period number 2. Going to take a quick 1-minute timeout here as we get set for period number 3. 1-0 Silverbacks. End of 2.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina is a city with a rich history of reinventing itself. Here you can wine and dine back in time, or raise a glass to the future. Witness history in the making, or savor the present moment. That's why you'll love visiting Winston-Salem. Our past is present, our future is bright, and our city is yours to explore. Look forward. Travel back to Winston-Salem.
Markle playing?
No. Welcome back here for the third and final period. A very strong game it's been for both sides. Both netminders here have been outstanding. As for the Mafia, it's been Frank Nifong, who's doing way above average for him. He's 3-1 on the season, 19 goals against for a 4.73 goal against average. As a puck is dropped and away we go. As for the Silverbacks, it's Brandon Rhodes, 10-2, 54 goals against for a 3.83 goal against average. Shot save out in front. Toe save made by Nifong. He never seen it. Finley trying to work it out to center. As for the Mafia, they'll be going right to left here in the third and final frame. Sedekasi trying to get it around the other captain. That was Riccardi. Down low. Shot. Save. Maybe went off the post. Herrera at the point. Holds up. Fires. Glove saved by a diving Nifong to his left. He'll hold on to it. Cover it. 19:16 to go here in a third. Is that horn loud at the end of the period?
I didn't pay any attention.
Herrera winds up, fires just like he did a second ago. Trying to poke and whack it. Still loose. Out in front of the net of Nifong. Two gray sweaters going at it, but it comes down low for Sabecki. One lucky bounce either way is going to be the difference maker. As Sabecki takes it up high, trying to get her in one. Behind the net he goes. He's still with it. Sicked aside by Lentz. Lentz down in the near side half boards. Trying to slow things down here. Cross ice feed goes up top. Here's a chance. Over for Long. Long scored 1 goal against the Mafia this season. Shot from Lentz. Save made by Nifong. He'll kick it out into the near side corner. Claus behind the net. Trying to drop it back down the near side for Finley. As that is going to be turned over for Riccardi. Back behind the net once again for Long. Sedekasi applying pressure. He'll turn it over. Kicks it back out to the neutral zone. Herrera's cross-ice feed able to get over for Richard. Dekes around, hits the blue line, but that's as far as he'll get it. Here comes Sebecki. Breakaway coming up for Sebecki. Trying to get around Herrera. Backhanded shot, stick to side by Herrera. Never able to get a shot off. Sebecki still with it. Shot out in front, trying to poke it home. Spencer Claus out to the point. Shires trying to work it out of dangers, or I believe that was Riccardi. Clears it down length of the ice. That will go for an icing. 17:30 to go here in the third. A 10-shot on goal difference between these two, but only a 1-goal difference. 30-20 is your shots on goal in favor of the Silverbacks. Wow. Out in front, trying to get a shot off as that was save made by Rhodes. Out the far side, cross-ice feed, able to find a connecting feed, only for the second. Able to get on Larkin, throws his man down to the ice, no call. Larkin able to pick the change right back up. Dekes around, throwing it into center ice. That's going to be picked up by the Silverbacks. Out the blue line and cleared in. Serve with a little bit of an interference there, no call. Seta Cassie trying to work it forward, deking it around. He'll still hold on to it. Winds up far from center ice, throws it on Rose. Puck bounced off his glove and went wide. Stuck in the skates of Tim Hawk. Centering feed goes off the skate of one. Cleared out. Here's a chance now for Claus. Drops it back for Sedekassi. Ends up losing it out to center ice. Gloving it down's Herrick. 3-on-3 as they hit the blue line the other way. Holding in Herrick. Shot blocked out in front off the skate of Larkin. He'll play it down the near side. Ends up tripping a man, no call. One silver, one red sweater going at it. Both men down on their knees. Comes down low and cleared out to the neutral zone. Hawk able to pick up loose puck. Waiting for his team to retouch back in on sides. Intercepted. Here's a chance now for Claus. Trying to get around Hawk. That's centered. As Hawk's able to clear it out. Waiting to retouch in. Not able to keep it in on sides. As Cassie touched it right on the blue line. But not as Josh Claus was able to come in retreating as he was down right around the hash marks. 15:30 to go in period number 3. Your score still 1-0 in favor of the Silverbacks. Sebecki able to win the drawback for Larkin. He'll skate in, holding from the left hash marks, takes it down to the corner. Sharp angle shot right out in front, trying to poke it home, but Rhodes was able to cover it right on top of the goal line. Keeps the score 1-0. Face-off will come up to the right of Brandon Rhodes. He's been outstanding here tonight. And if you're the Mafia, you're trying to avoid this here. Breakaway for Riccardi. Holding shot. Save made by Nifong, but goes underneath the 5-hole. Just trickled in underneath the 5-hole. And Nifong gives up his second goal of the night. As that's 2-0 in favor of the Silverbacks. I believe that was off of the stick of number 19, Mark Riccardi. Underneath the 5-hole. And Nifong gives up his second goal of the night. Lentz able to work it forward, hitting the blue line down low. Trying to get a centering feed that goes off the skate of Rominger. Down the corner. Lynch. Shot. Save made by Nifong. Sebecki trying to work it forward. That's kept in. Down low. Rominger pinching it down low over for Finley. Still being pressured, but he has the puck for now. Ends up losing it to Lentz. Still trying to get it past Rominger. Can't. Finley trying to work it forward over for Sebecki. Here's the chance. Has to beat Herrera. Hasn't done it yet tonight and can't do it there as the Silverbacks taking it the other way. Going to be a 3-on-2. Holding. Shot. Just in it wide. Nifong had him beat to the right side. Leisure. Up the far side. Cross ice feed. That's going to be kept in by the Silverbacks. Hops over the skate of one as it heads down to the near side corner. Putting up the near side, trying to get it over for Claus. That's going to be turned over by Lentz. Richard, shot, save, rebound. That's covered up by Nifong. Right at his left pad. 13:10 to go in the third. Still a 10 shot on goal difference, 33-23 in favor of the Silverbacks. Time slowly starting to dwindle here for the Mafia. They trail by 2, but still a good game from both sides nevertheless. Grade A chances from both sides, and one lucky hop is all it takes. As for the Silverbacks, that's what happened just a few moments ago. Was able to poke that one home under the 5-hole of Frank Nifong. Comes up for Zabecki. Holds. Shot. Save made by Rhodes. Back behind the net. Richard trying to work it down the near side. Instead it goes up for serve up high. Trying to get a centering feed over for Zabecki. Had a chance to poke it home. Instead it comes out the near side. Frank Nifong's going to have to come out of his net to play it. Works it down low trying to get to Rominger. Instead it comes out for Melanchuk, I do believe. No, that was Riccardi. I apologize. Shires hits the blue line. Riccardi down low. Still with it with Shires. Taking it behind the net. As a man at the point inside, trying to fire a backhanded shot over for Riccardi. He'll hold up, fire sharp angle shot. Save made by Nifong. He'll cover it up. Under 12 to go here in the third. 8+ minutes have been played. As we slowly start to creep in on halfway through the third period. Trading shots here in the third period. As Serva has it pinned up the far side half boards. Sedekassi now chasing in. Comes up for the Mafia down low. Trying to get it over for Finley. He'll work it forward for Sedekassi. Holds. Shot. Goes off a stick. Off the back glass it goes. Serve in the corner. Being pressured by Herrick. That's who will come away with it. Trying to drop it down near side. Larkin turns it over. Heading the blue line in on sides. He has space. Hold. Shot. Save made by Rhodes. He'll hold on to 2-0. 10:50 to go here in the third. Sedekassi's line out for the Mafia. Has Finley to his left. Larkin behind him, along with Gauthier to his right. Gauthier winds up, fires just in wide. Nobody home down low to chase after it as it comes up for Lentz and the Silverbacks. Gets around Sedekassi and on sides. Holds, fires off a body out in front. Goes down to the corner. Sedekassi trying to work it forward and Lentz still with it. Centering feed. Nifong plays it right back to the corner. Finley pressuring hard, gets thrown down to the ice. Right back out to the neutral zone it goes. There's going to be a penalty on that. Either an elbowing call, it does appear.
They give him something.
Not exactly sure what the call is there, but 69 of the Silverbacks, that's Robert Graham, heads to the box. Clock stop, 9:44. Silverback 69 in the box, 2 minutes. Puck's dropped. Larkin able to come with it. A big opportunity here on the power play for the Mafia. Winds up, fires blocked out in front. Riccardi trying to clear it out. They'll come away with it. They have a 2-on-2 the other way. Able to get around Gauthier. Here's a chance for the Silverbacks. Up high. Deeks in behind the net. Nifong out of his net. Still with it. Just trying to kill time. They'll play it back to Herrera. Smart play there by the Silverbacks. Just playing a little bit of pitch and catch, if you will, as it comes out for Larkin. I'll take it back by the net, being pressured by Riccardi. No one home on the back step for Gauthier. He'll take it forward, needing a power play goal here for the Mafia. Skating in, 5-on-4 behind the net. Reaching into Silverbacks, trying to clear it out. They can. They'll take control, but Zabecki trying to win the puck battle back. He has it. Sends it for Gauthier. Back out to the top of the slot. Shot blocked out in front. Cleared into the corner. Long trying to clear it out. He'll backhand it down length to the ice. Under a minute to go. Larkin in front of the net. Will play it down the near side half boards. Over for Zabecki. He'll put it up the far side. Possibly an icing. No. Hawk, the first one to it, being pressured with leisure. Out to the point. Trying to get on one. Here comes Sebecki from the right side. Skating in. Shot. Just sent it high. Thought it had eyes for the back of the net. Rominger shot. Trying to get a tip out in front. Sent just wide. Sebecki trying to back into it high. Just sent it high. Richard trying to clear it out. Just able to escape danger into the neutral zone. 10 seconds left to go on the power play. Up high, hits the blue line. Here comes Serva. Skating in, shot off the back glass. Down low for Claus. Skating in, trying to get a tip out as the penalty has expired. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Backhanded shot, gets sticked aside by Hawk. Hawk up the far side trying to clear it out. Can't for the moment, and now does. Here's a breakaway opportunity for the Silverbacks. Up high, stops up, back checking there by Rominger, able to get the puck away. Trying to apply the forecheck there and get the puck right back was Herrick. Down on the near side, centering feed for Shires, whiffed on the one-timer. Shire still with the point, with the puck, trying to drop it back to the point, just a hair too far. 7 minutes to go here in the third. Passing down the near side for Riccardi. Hits the blue line. Gets her on one. Here's a chance. Fires. Glove save made by Nifong. That would have been going wide, but he took no chances. He'll hold on to it. 6:47 to go here in the third. And once again, once we hit 3 minutes, as long as it's within 3, clock will stop within the last 3 minutes of the third, as long as it's within 3. Down near side corner, trying to work it forward. Back behind the net, centering feed, save, rebound, out in front, gloved, down by Nifong. Had a chance to go short side. Nifong able to close that door. And the faceoff will come up back to his left as Sedekassi. Trying to win the draw, puck still loose. Finley trying to work it. Comes back out to the faceoff, out to the point, Herrera. Just barely able to keep that one. Here's Riccardi. Shot. Goes off Rominger into the corner. Sedekassi away with it. Up for Claus. Centering. That's going to be blown in offsides. A little bit of an unfortunate play there as that puck was headed back into the neutral zone. But it was indeed an offsides. Line change coming up for the Silverbacks. And Sedekassi will head off as here comes Sebecki. Down the near side, Sebecki hits the blue line, trying to work it forward, stick aside by the Silverbacks. Lentz leaves it forward, going to pick it right back up from Lentz. Cross-ice feed goes up top, hitting the blue line, just barely able to get it on sides. Gauthier trying to backhand it out of danger as it hits Sebecki. Up high for Claus, needing one here. Shot blocked out in front, that's going to be covered up by Rhodes. 5 and change to go here in the third. Sebecki and Sedekassi, the two centers here tonight for the Mafia. As for Sebecki, he comes in tonight, 21 goals, 9 assists for 30 points. As for Sedekassi, he's 5 goals, 5 assists for 10 points. Down near side, Hawk trying to clear it out. Here's a chance now for Larkin, skating in, couple bodies out in front, hit a body. But that would have been a good screen on Rhodes if it was able to go through. Trying to get a centering feed down low. Diving play, but it comes out from Lentz. Sebecki pressuring. Trying to clear it out. He does. Foot race going the other way. Mafia able to clear it down low. Able to get it to Gauthier. Trying to go back up top. Serva. Long intercepts that stretch pass. Going up top for Sebecki. He'll have numbers. Hitting the blue line. 2-on-2. Skating from the right circle. Shot gets blocked out in front by Hawk. Back up the far side. Long. Going to be a foot race going the other way, so no icing. Long able to beat it. Here's a shot. Save. Rebound. That will be covered up by Nifong. Right underneath his trappers. 3:47 to go in the third. Next stoppage will be stop clock. Sedekassi's line back out. And as for Sedekassi, he's done a great job here tonight staying out of the penalty box. Herrera at the point, winds up, fires, goes off a body up front. That may have hit a piece of Sedekassi. It'll be him and Claus Over for Claus, hitting the blue line, trying to work it forward. Over for Sedekassi. Loosen his skates, trying to jump it back. Centering feed, that's going to be picked up, but kept in at the blue line for now. Here comes the Silverbacks. Down in near side for Riccardi. Drops it for Herrick. This will be picked up. Cross ice feed, trying to get a stick to it, as Herrera's going to take it back deep into his own zone. 2 minutes left to go. Apologies. 2:50 to go here in the third. Got a little bit ahead of myself. Able to deke around to one is Leisure. Down and near side for Claus. One touches it back for Leisure, hitting the blue line. Down at the goal line. As for Leisure, he has 8 goals so far in the season, trying to get it to 9. Sedekassi trying to get a tip out in front. Got a stick lifted by Herrera. Down near side, Sedekassi shot, scores! Sedekassi able to get one back. It's 2-1 with 2:23 left to go in the third period. Down near side, Sedekassi shot, scores! As for Sedekassi, that's his second goal against the Silverbacks this season. And as for Sedekassi, that's his 6th goal of the season at that. 2:23 left to go here in the third period. Sedekassi's line stays out as he's the only goal scorer for the Mafia. But here's a chance for Riccardi. Skating and shot. Out in front. Save made by Nifong. Keeps it a 1-goal game. Had a great A chance for the Silverback squad to bring it back to 2. 2:14 to go here in the third. And once again, clock remains stopped. Not before long, we'll see Frank Nifong more than likely head to the bench. Timeout called for Red. That will be a timeout for the Mafia. Going to take a quick 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back right after this here on PHA Network.
General ice skating is now open through April at the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. View our public skating and events calendar online at WSFairgrounds.com. Ice skating at the Fairgrounds Arena, the coolest fun around.
We are back here for the last 2:14 in the third period. Apologies here. I thought I added that goal. 2-1 is your score. Zabecki able to win the drawback. Lentz able to get it to the corner, though. Comes out top. Skating in. Shot just sent wide from Graham. Out in front. Trying to lift it. Save. Rebound in front. Tips it. Goes off the left pad of Nifong. Cleared out once again. Zabecki clears out the far side half-board. Serva able to get into center ice. Herrera pressuring. He's able to take the puck. Nifong stays in the net for now. .144 to go. Shot sent wide and out of play. 1:41 to go here in the third period.
Both these teams undefeated in the playoffs.
I think this is the first round. Still
Part of the first round.
I have no idea though. 1:41 left. Puck is dropped. Up the far side. Server trying to work it forward. Able to get it to Becky. Cleared into center ice. Going down to the near side corner. Picking it up Larkin. Clock has not started. There we go. 1:40. Captain, top of the circle. That gave a little bit more time for the Mafia. Tripped up, no calls Larkin. Out in front, that save made by Larkin. A little bit inconvertently. Herrera trying to work it forward. Still underneath the feet, and that's cleared into the netting. Should be 1:08. But it looks like they're not going to fix it. No. Clock's going to remain 1:21 to go here. Let's see if those few seconds matter as a puck's dropped. Here comes a chance for Sabecki, that is, apologies. Heading to blue line, skating in, shot, save made by Rhodes. Down to the corner it goes. Up the far side, Nifong still remaining at his net, just over a minute to go. Pulling up the far sides, not able to keep it in as that goes down the length of the ice. Larkin chasing hard along with Lenz. Playing down the near side, able to get it to Leisure. 1 minute to go. Down at the goal line, needing one quick goal. Out in front, trying to loop. Nifong's debating about going in or not, depending on if the Mafia can get some offensive zone time here. Down the near side, here comes Sabecki. Sadekassi will be the extra attacker. Down the near side of Lynch, trying to clear it out. Down like the ice it goes. Picking that up, down the near side. Heading to blue line, trying to get around Richard. Sabecki throwing the shoulder against Richard. That's down like the ice and in the back of the net with 17 seconds left. And Sabecki is not happy about that at all. Breaks a stick in half on the bench. (3-1) Silverbacks looks to be your final score as a puck is dropped and away we go for the last few seconds here in this one. Backhanded in, that's going to go on net of Frank Nifong. He'll play it and just clear it down to the corner with 5. Shires will take it behind the net. 2-1, and that will do it. Your final score for game number 2 of the night. Your Silverbacks able to take home another victory. 3-1 over the Camel City Mafia. Next game will be back here on Tuesday night in the Upper League, followed by a matchup on Wednesday night in the lower division, and right back here a week from today, continuing in playoffs in the Upper League. Once again, final score here in this one, Silverbacks 3,